Welcome everyone, and thank you very much for joining me here on IPO Market Watch. My name is Mike, and in this YouTube video we're going to catch up on some stocks, some sectors, what is going on. I'm going to explain things about for Nordic American tankers, if you're in that, ticker symbol NAT, real quick, about Rockwell Medical, ticker symbol RMTI, because the earnings were interesting. I guess the market reaction, from the earnings were very interesting. Shocked a lot of people, made a lot of people panic. We'll talk about that. I'll explain some things and give you some really good, important information. And I'll also tell you where you get this information from, so next time you don't panic so much. What else? We're going to talk about Rocket Lab, and we're going to, at the end, I'm going to show you the two stocks that I sort of trust the most going forward, because we live in currently in some, in a time that's very strange. There's going to be a new president, so there's going to have to be a lot of changes. And when there's a lot of changes, until everything settles down, the market is volatile.
From there, the poison goes to work on the central nervous system, causing severe muscle spasms, followed by the inevitable drooling. At this point, the entire digestive system collapses, accompanied by uncontrollable flatulence, until finally the poor bastard is reduced to a quivering, wasted piece of jelly.
Okay, so the first stock I'm going to focus on, guys, is ticker symbol NAT. Now, I want to show you this. This is something I posted yesterday on my Discord, on YouTube, and on my X platform account, if you are following me on the X platform. So NAT is something which is right here. All right, so this is NAT. All these charts that you see here are for the past 1 month, right? And these are stocks. The rest are stocks that are peers to NAT. So NAT, what is it doing for the past 1 month? Going down. Do you see anything similar with the rest of the stocks? The rest of its peers, the rest of the companies that are pretty much in the same industry as Nordic American tankers. They're doing the same exact movement, all of them, for the past 1 month. And I pointed this out because people are panicking about Nordic American tankers. In fact, some people are saying, oh, it's horrible. Oh, Mike, you suck. Why'd you buy this? It's going down. It really doesn't have anything to do with Nordic American tankers. It has to do with the industry. It has to do with the sector. And there's nothing wrong with that at all in any way, shape, or form. In fact, we should be happy that the sector is the one that's failing and not specifically Nordic American tankers. Because in the stock market, when a sector fails, not permanently, eventually it has to go back up. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. This has to do with the industry. This has to do with geopolitics. This has to do with a recent report from OPEC about a lower demand in oil. But that's okay. That's fine. Things can't be like that forever. So in my opinion, this person speaking for me, this is not advice for you. I'm not your financial advisor, right? I don't handle your money. I don't want to handle your money, and I don't want to make decisions for you. In my opinion, this is easy. This is an easy pick. I like Nordic American tankers, and if I just accumulate as low prices as possible and get more shares, eventually when this thing does turn around, I'll have made easy money. Now, when I say easy money, it's personally speaking for me. I'll stress that again and again. Do not trade according to my opinion, right? I'm sharing as an investor things that I like and the way I see it, and it's just my opinion. I think investors can share, so that's that. Let's move on to Rocket Lab, guys. So this is a YouTube video for Rocket Lab that I did at $3.85. I'm very proud of it. In fact, that's not the only YouTube video I've done. I've done many, but Rocket Lab right now, guys, in pre-market is trading at $18.50, which is insane. Now, I know Rocket Lab pretty much inside out. I've been covering them for years. I've done a lot of YouTube videos. These are all the YouTube videos I've done in the past that included Rocket Lab or were specific for Rocket Lab. I've done many. And since 2022, for example, on the Discord, we've been in and out of it. So in and out of Rocket Lab in 2022. These are 2023s right here, in and outs. But in 2024, on April 4th, 2024, I told my members that I will buy Rocket Lab and just stick with it. Back then, I posted a screenshot that I had, my average was $4.39. And when I posted that screenshot, it was actually at $3.90. I was losing money. I was down 10.8%. There was no big deal whatsoever, because if you know what you buy, you don't get stressed out if it goes down, right? So, this is a good example. I bought Rocket Lab and I went down 10.8%. I held because I knew what I bought and I liked it. Today, guys, I am up $7,105 profit. Just the profit alone, $7,000 bucks. I'm up 324%. So buy what you like, know what you buy, do your homework, do your due diligence. Since when in the world did you think that you're going to come into the stock market and everything you buy has to turn out the way you want it at the time that you want it? That's not how it works. Most of the best investments, guys, take time. You're not going to win in the short term. You're going to win in the long term. DLO, guys, I did a YouTube video at $8.01. Guys, DLO today is at $9.40 in pre-market. Olo, I did a YouTube video at $5.05. Right now, it's at $7.25. Congrats to whoever's holding Olo. Really, that's awesome. Good gains. Congrats to you. RMTI is what we're going to focus on now. So let's focus on Rockwell Medical because it is the stock that makes people panic. So let me remind you something. My Rockwell Medical YouTube video was at $2.86, quite a while back. $2.86. After my YouTube video, the stock went all the way up to go to $4.94, $5. So I do a YouTube video at $2.86, and about a month or two later, it runs to $5. People who follow my YouTube channel know about that. And yesterday we had the earnings, and as soon as the earnings came out, the stock crashed to reach $2.88 yesterday in regular trading hours. So let's talk about that. Panic mode, big time. It's spread all over the internet. I got a ton of messages on Discord. I got a ton of questions on Patreon. I got a ton of questions on YouTube, X platform. People were like, Mike, what's going on? I'm down and all this stuff. So yeah, the earnings were not bad. The earnings were not bad at all. In my opinion, they were good. We'll talk about them. And if people look at the earnings call transcript, they're going to see some positive things and not much negative. When I did this YouTube video, guys, I talked about a negative part for Rockwell Medical. And that negative part, guys, was that Rockwell Medical was the revenue that they make, 42% of it was dependent on one customer. And I had said that in my YouTube video, that is a negative part for Rockwell Medical, that they are dependent on one customer for 42% of the revenue. And that one customer, I said in my video, had a contract that was expiring in end of this year. So if they don't renew the contract, then Rockwell Medical is going to sink, right? They're going to be in trouble. They're going to need to learn that they need to diversify their customer base and not be dependent on one. So that was one negative. So we reached the $5. The earnings come out and the stock tanks due to concerns about that one customer, right? But let's look at that and see what's going on with that one customer. The earnings yesterday were $28.3 million, up 19% year over year. They beat by $1.82 million. And also, they gave this guidance, which is very positive. So Rockwell Medical is increasing its 2024 guidance. That guidance, guys, is for $98 million more than what they made all of 2024. So they beat the earnings. They give a very positive forward guidance for 2025. So I go over to my Discord and I'm trying to help people out. And I say I am reading the call transcript for RMTI to help you all. First, I would not panic. The largest customer is not canceling their contract. They are extending it into 2025, which is what they said in the call transcript. So they said, as we look forward to 2025, we expect to encounter a shift in our customer makeup. This is something that concerned everybody, and that's why the stock sell off. As we move away from less profitable business to focus on more profitable growth opportunities. The first of these changes will come from the relationship with our largest customer. This is it. This is what stressed people out. They said, what? There's going to be changes with your largest customer, 42% of your revenue. I'm out, right? And people started selling off right away. The institutions, because they get the news before us. Rockwell Medical went on to say this, that during the third quarter, we received confirmation largest customer will extend their product purchase agreement with Rockwell Medical through the end of 2025. But the problem is that this largest customer, which is the Vita, which I talked about in my previous video, is having financial issues of their own. right? And we know that through their earnings, if you look at the Vita, it's trading on the stock market, you look at their earnings, they have financial issues. And they did talk about how they're going to have a lower projection in sales for 2025. Not Rockwell Medical. The Vita said they're going to have for themselves lower guidance. They went on to say this: revenue for the third quarter was positively impacted by consistent sales from our current customers, as well as our largest customer making a special large order of premium products during the quarter. Our largest customer is expected to continue to make up those purchases in the fourth quarter of 2025 and obviously in 2025. But they said something awesome in the earnings call transcript, which is obviously going to make the stock go up. In my personal opinion, don't take that as advice, but look at this. They said we have new customer contracts under review that we expect to announce shortly. Shortly, guys, that's a catalyst in my opinion. We signed this quarter an extension and enhancement of our relationship with Nipro Medical, which helps put our products into the international market. International market means expansion in revenue and much more growth. Obviously, this is really awesome for Rockwell Medical. In addition, we are also in the final stages of bidding on multiple contracts in different international markets. Now, as far as two stocks that I trust going forward due to the volatile environment that we are living in, due to the fact that, you know what, the S&P 500 is up 26% year to date, and that's pretty scary in my opinion, because that's a big gain year to date, right? That's a really big gain. Kind of not normal. So the stocks that I trust, personally speaking, for me, and you should not trust them just because I trust it, but whatever, is Occidental Petroleum Corporation, ticker symbol OXY. Do not buy this because of my video. Do not buy it at all. Do your own due diligence. NVIDIA at 147. I think we are still scratching the surface in artificial intelligence, and I think that NVIDIA at some point is going to go over $200. This, that's just my opinion. Do not, take it as financial advice. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do not forget that you can join my Discord. The link will be in the comment section below if you want to join a trading community where people, share ideas, help each other out, and you have the quant data channels that I offer, like dark pool, insider information, news, golden streaks, and a bunch of tools that pretty much help you as an investor trade much better. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I wish you guys good investments, and take care.